This video is going to give you the lowdown, the nitty-gritty details of Original by BluMaan styling Meraki. Everything that you might want to know. I'll touch on the initial, how Original was created, how it came to be about, and then we'll dive straight into product specifications. So Original is a result of a massive team effort. Like a year and a half ago, I made a video called Let's Make a Hair Wax. From there, my team worked closely with the BluMaan community to figure out exactly what needed to be created. We were able to figure out what was missing from the market, what were the issues with the products that were already around at that time, gather all this information, and create a product to deal with this. It's this one right here, by the way. When starting on this journey, after we figured out what needed to be done, we went to 5 different manufacturers. Okay, 5, and none of them was able to reach our level. The satisfaction that we needed was not being satisfied, okay? Until the 5th, and then it was. We found a lab that we worked closely with, and we made samples, we got revisions, sent out for testing, applied feedback until, boom, shakalaka, Original by BluMaan styling Meraki was created. So that is a bit of the backstory that some of you guys may have missed out. And now I want to dive straight into product details, talk about what you can expect if you get your hands on this little guy right here. So what is Original by BluMaan? Starting out with the name, it is Original by BluMaan styling Meraki. Well, what is a Meraki? Many people like to ask. So Meraki means something that you put so much work into that you leave a piece of yourself, like a piece of your soul in your work. I especially love the name because, as many of you guys know, this is a community design project, taking bits and pieces of advice and suggestions all crammed into this jar right here. Right off the bat, the most important feature is that it's multi-purpose. It was designed to do 3 things. Work as a pre-styler before you blow dry your hair, have heat protection built in to protect during the blow drying process, and be strong enough to finish off your hairstyle for post-styling after you finish blow drying your hair. Look, as a guy, convenience is key. This is convenience in a jar. I thought of that myself. I thought that was pretty good. In terms of a few other attributes, it gives off a matte finish that airs more to the sides of a natural finish, so it's not going to be an overly matte finish, but rather keeps in line with the sheen and color that your natural hair has. And in line with natural, it's also based with natural ingredients. Now, it's not 100% natural, but mostly. And obviously there's nothing in the formula that could cause any harm. Consistency is a little harder to explain. If I had to compare it, I'd say it's in between the feel of a hair wax and a hair paste. It's on the lighter side of styling products, so I wouldn't compare it to like a clay, for example. It's kind of in its own category, and it also has a fibrous component, as you can see right here. It's got a nice minty smell, something that you can notice in the jar and when you emulsify, but it goes away when you put it in your hair. All right, so how should it be used? Well, I'll tell you. Experimentation is key for this one. It really comes down to each person and how the product best works with their hair type. That being said, I'll give you some tips. Pre-styling works best when applied to completely damp hair. Original will spread around easily and cover everything it needs to cover this way. I personally use less as a pre-styler and more as a post-styler, but some people find it to benefit more the other way around, like Ben, for example. After applying to damp hair and spreading it all around, simply blow dry into your preferred style. As a pre-styler, you should be left with a volumized, controlled finish, yet light enough so it feels like there's nothing in your hair. And that's where the post-styling process comes in. I apply a bit more than I did previously, but like I said, some people like to do it the other way around. This second application will help to secure your hair into place, adding a bit more hold and control to keep your hairstyle lasting longer. A lot of people also like to cocktail Original with another product, and this is also a favorite thing to do for me. It's something that I like to do as well, that's what I'm trying to say. And this leads us to the hair types that Original will work with. When we first made Original, we wanted it to be able to benefit every hair type in one way or another. At the time, the only hair type that we weren't guaranteeing that it would work well with is really curly hair. No offense, Jake. But it does work for you, doesn't it? He said yes. Of course, now we have extensive feedback from people who have used the product, so I can give you a bit more detail based on the information that we've collected. When it comes to pre-styling, so on damp hair, it's across the board. Any hairstyle, any hair type can benefit from Original as a pre-styler. Of course, the amount that you'll need to use will depend on how long or short your hair is, how thin or thick it is, but it will should provide a good result when used as a pre-styler. Now, as a post-styler, this is where results vary a little bit. It provides good hold for people with thin to normal hair, but it might not provide enough hold as a finishing product for people with thicker hair. I'm being honest, Jake. What do you think about that? No comment. And if that's the case for you, that's where cocktailing will really help out. For people that need that extra density, that extra hold, using Original as a lightweight pre-styler, cocktailed with a heavy holding product such as a clay, that is a combination, is a rock star combination. That is rock star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Finally got him to speak. All right, well, that is everything. If you haven't tried Original by BluMaan Styling Meraki out for yourself, now's as good a time as ever. And if the product isn't everything that we've made it out to be, then we'll buy the jar. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has given you a clear understanding of what to expect, and I'm out.